as a coach, you kind of get to a point where you miss your guys, and I was around the building obviously and saw how hard they were working, and really felt good about the summer we were having, because I felt like we had a championship summer. We had no distractions off the field, had a lot of purpose and focus in our work, and the guys worked really hard. Our strength staff did a tremendous job again. Coach Moore, he's the thump in our program, did an excellent job of getting them prepared and getting them ready. And after 2 days of practice, it's like I said, it's really good to be back on the work, back to work, back on the field, and back doing football with them. I'll just stop right there and open it up to questions from you guys.
You talked in the spring about having some new toys with the offense. Just talk about the weapons you do have and the depth that you have.
Yeah, we have. We obviously have a lot of depth. It's the positions, the playmaking positions. I start with our receiver core. The guys came back in great shape. We're a big, fast receiving unit. Devontae Parker is a force. A guy that we've worked on targeting last year during the course of the season, and feel like we've got to get him a lot of touches. And Damian Copeland now for a year and a half, going on almost 2 years now, has become a great player for us. He too had a great summer, had a great spring. So those two guys are the two lead dogs at that position. But we've got guys that have emerged. Robert Clark, I felt like had a really good spring, and he's really made Eli Rogers better, because they're competing for the same job, the same playing time. At the same time, we've got guys who have been in backup roles who have really came on. Jared Davis had a really good spring. He's had a good camp in just the 2 days we've been out there, picked up where he left off. And with James Quick in the mix now at that position, we've got a lot of speed at the Z spot. So it's been fun to play with that, during camp thus far, just in the 2 days. Then the receiver, the other receiver spot, outside lane spot, our X spot behind Devontae, Matt Milton. We finally have gotten Matt out. He missed spring ball, had a little knee cleanup he needed to do, and he had a really good summer. The training staff did a really nice job with him. He's back full speed, and he's had 2 really good days. So we've got a lot of guys, a lot of toys to play with there. And the tight end position, that room has been a room that we've worked really hard at improving. Just the depth, as well as the skill sets that we were looking for. Joe Christian had a really good spring for us. He gives us a lot of multiplicity, as well as B.J. Butler and Jalen Harrington. Those guys can do so many different things. It's endless what we can do with those guys. It's a challenge coaching those 3 guys and just targeting them and just being able to do all the different things their skill set lets you do. And then the guy who really is the probably the most consistent player at that position, without a doubt, is Ryan Hubble. He's underneath the radar screen, I think, nationally, just because all these other, we have so many guys at that spot, but he is our most consistent tight end. He's played really big for us in the spring, had a really solid season in his first season, and he's had a great camp thus far. So those spots, we've got a really nice group of guys. I think I've already mentioned James as a receiver. Keith Tobridge as a freshman tight end gives us added depth. He's been very impressive in just 2 days. He still doesn't. We're still figuring out all what he knows and what he doesn't. But and we've got to put pads on with him yet. But he's had a really nice 2 days. The tailback room, there's 5 guys in that room now that can play. The thing that I'm probably most excited about, and really a little in awe about, is how fast Sonaris has come back, and that's due to his hard work and the hard work of our training staff. Those guys in our training room don't get enough credit either for the job they do. They did a great job with Sonaris, and of course he had to do the work, but they had the plan, and they have really done a nice job with him, and he's done a great job of finding his way back, because you can't tell there's anything he's ever been through. We told him there'd be 2 guys that roll off this injury if he comes back this fast, he and Adrian Peterson. And we said Adrian Peterson, he's kind of, he's the exception, he's a freak. And Sonaris asked me last night if he was, and he's categorized as one now too. He's done very well in 2 days. And then Dominic, had a really big spring for us. really big spring and became a tailback. I felt like after spring ball, Dominic played the position in 11. He understood and got a feel for the position and, applied his skill set to his play this past spring. So, he's been, again, we've just been in shorts, so, but he's picked up where he's left off and been really good. Adding Michael to that room has upped the ante. It created, great competition, and of course we got Corbin and also Brandon. So those are a lot of fun pieces to play with. So we've got a lot of talent, and I'm really happy. I tell you, I'm very, very happy with the progress of Will Gardner. I think he has really come on, man. He's 2 days. Again, it's only 2 days. A lot of water to run over the dam, but he's had a really good camp, and his progress over the summer has been outstanding. So really excited about all those guys.
Do you have